ring hollow like glass at the top. Calendar shackles disguised as a plan. Somewhere I dropped the part that I am. Success is a storm, I learn how to stand. I'll keep the soul and let go of the brand. Like a collar, glittering and glare. Yes, men in mirrors that don't really care. Old friends go quiet, new ones loud. I miss being nobody walking the crowd. I won't wear a crown that tightens my breath. I loosen the band and remember what's left. Headlines for breakfast, comments for tea. A man becomes content and forgets how to be. The feed writes a story my ribs never wrote. A stranger goes viral wearing my coat. I live for the life, not the like on the screen. I step out the glass and come back to clean. Lamplight and lists, mile before dawn. Call mom on Sundays, leave work at 1. Small honest ritual, stitching me true. The craft is the compass, I do what I do. Success doesn't change me, I'm changing success. I measure by peace, not how loud I impress. Raise up an apprentice, pay off a debt. Sign for the shelter, the best promise yet. Rooms full of laughter I used to pass by. I learned what the money could never buy. I count by the lives that my ladder can lift. I'm rich where I give, not the vote where I drift. By the door, stories at table worth more than a tour. Work stays at work, the night gets its rest. I carry the light, but it's right in my chest. I'm heavier with meaning and lighter with pride. I shoulder success, it no longer right. Mud in my breath, thunder and bone. Factories breathe where the canal runs cold. Letters reminded on the back of my eyes. I smoke with a ghost till the sirens go quiet. I walk through the rain with a steadier hand. Tease the dark my name, make the daylight stand. Ledgers and lamplight, whispers for keys. She going cold while the city agrees. Favors like thread, pull tight through cloth. A quiet address with a bold sign off. Measure my words like the weight of a door. Polite in the light, unshakable at core. She came with a calm that could cancel a room. Eyes like decisions and perfume of truth. We spoke like two nights sheathing their steel. Every soft answer revealed what was real. If mercy is law, then I'll sign it in ink. I'll choose a man, I must be at the brink. A knock from upstairs, the kind with a smile. They wanted a name, I wanted a mile. I paid with the shadows for hours of sun. Washed some ledgers clean, left others undone. A bottle with thunder and breakfast with grace. I keep the peace close and the past in its place. Bread on the table, names on the door. Light in the hallway that wasn't there before. Price of the poly is carried within. A suit is a shield for a world made of skin. I'll wear what I've earned and remember the street. The scar stays uncovered to keep me complete. I give night its wages and walk it outside. Leave room for the morning, my children can find a life made of choices that balance like scales. I trade what I was for a future that stays. I'll carry the fire without burning my home. Lanterns and I'm the man that I've grown. Well, in my head, keep starting to fight. Hands like engines won't throttle the quiet. Streetlight drags me back into gear. I bite on a prayer till the red disappears. Hold me down, heartbeat, count to 4. I'm more than the storm I was built for. Glass on the bar says easy right now. Bench in the chapel says breathe, learn to bow. Between them I sway like a door in the rain. One lets me drown, one teaches my name. I put down the bottle and pick up the dawn. I'm learning the weight of a gentler strong. I did the doors and the dirty, no pen. Kept wolves honest by staring like them. Ledger stayed even, but bones paid the toll. A man can go missing inside of his role. I'll guard what I love without losing myself. I'm more than a fist on a dusty shelf. Scar-bead rosary crosses my fist. Names I won't speak, breathe out in the mist. I kneel with a hunger that begs to be fed. Teach it to heal with a whisper instead. Heaven keep my hands when the shadows roar. Make mercy the muscle that answers the door. Ring on a hook by the quiet front door. Laughter of before. I shave off the night, leave the blade in the sink. Boil up the kettle, pour courage I can drink. I choose breath over burn, room over raw. A father is heavier and lighter than war. Knuckles can build as easy as break. Arms made for lifting, not raising the stake. I'll be the calm that my family can name. Walk out of the fire and carry no flame. Lantern in my chest, steady and warm. I'm still who I am, just no longer the storm. Cups, ovens hum low. Behind stacked sacks, the ledger still grow. Smile like a match, I can strike if I must. A pen shares a drawer with the iron I trust. I weigh out the world in salt and in sin. Break bread with the wolves and keep my grin. Ink on my thumb, barrel sweet air. Molasses dark rooms where I bargain and swear. Words like a blade that I hide in a joke. Deals light like fuses the moment I spoke. I bargain with shadows and leave with the day. Speak soft as a prayer, make I and obey. Fox in my pocket, hound at my heel. I teach them to dance on the edge of a deal. Truth wears a mask till the contract is signed, then lifts up the velvet and names what is mine. Laugh with your glass while I count the cost. A toast is a weapon if you think I'm lost. Scar under brim where thunder went through. Night took its tide and left me the view. Learned how to die for the length of a breath. Came back to trade with the angel of death. I stood in the door where the living decide. Walked back with a gospel the gun couldn't hide. Back door stays open when rain has a voice. Loaves for the hungry, a stubborn old choice. I don't forget where the alley was sold. Mercy's a currency better than gold. If heaven keeps books, let him tally the bread. A fortune in mouths that were warmed and fed. Now I keep time with a gentler drum. Close up the shop when the street lights hum. Teach younger hands how to measure and weigh. Sell honest light at the start of the day. I walk out of smoke with a lantern I own. Salt in my wisdom, iron in my tone. 1926, the last year of my reign. I was 26 years old, and I was covered in stain. Every business was a war, and I was deep in the red. So I washed the city floor with the blood that I shed. And the cobblestones were slick, but the cops didn't suspect a thing. And the witnesses were paid to take their silence to the grave. And there was nothing they could say about the angel of the asphalt. In 1928, I got rid of my rivals. I was a step ahead of fate, so I was certain I'd survive. The futures we had planned were made with faith in my hand, but fate, she had another plan for the angel of the asphalt. Stones were slick, but the cops didn't suspect a thing. And the witnesses were paid to take their silence to the grave. And there was nothing they could say about the angel of the asphalt. And I went down like a tree in 1923, and they cut me to my knees in 1923. And the cobblestones were slick, but the cops didn't suspect a thing. And the witnesses were paid to take their silence to the grave. And there was nothing they could say about the angel of the asphalt. One night in September, underneath the full moon, I was trying to make a sail in the mountains of Boone. I heard a voice call out from the darkness, and I turned to see a man. The white of his eyes was black as coal, and his skin was golden tan. He asked, "Do you want to be the best salesman in the world?" He said, "For just a little fee, I'll give you all the deals you deserve. I'll make it where you're rich beyond your wildest dreams, and all it costs is your soul." My boy, so what do you think? I said, "Tell me, why should I trust you?" He looked up and said, seen the devil's green eyes, and I looked at him, and sure enough, I was surprised. Just one look into your belief, he said, and he laughed with delight. Don't you want to see the devil's green eye? Now it's been about a year since I shook that demon's hand, and I never would have guessed all the money that I'd make off the land. I started off selling cars, and then I moved to selling houses, and now I'm selling souls to the highest bidder who wants them. And all this time I've been having a real good time, and I guess you could say I'm the devil's best friend in life. But last night the green-eyed man appeared to me, and he said, son, you've only got a few days left on this earth before you join me down below. But boy, it's been worth it, hasn't it? And I said, it's been fun, I gotta admit. But if I'd never seen the devil's green eyes, I would've lived a lot longer. But hey, that's alright, 'cause this whole year's been a ball, so I'll be glad to die. Oh, 'cause I saw the devil's green eyes. They told me it was dangerous, and I believed them too. I went into the danger, and I came out. Now I do what I wanna do. I've been on a silver screen, I've been up and I've been down. Once you come back from the edge, you don't go back, and I'm a long way down. I'm a long way down. I'm a long way down. Once you come back from the edge, you don't go back, and I'm a long way down. I ran from the fire, and it followed me. The flames were closing in. I prayed to God, if you let me live, I'll never come back again. I never did.
Basement, bowl buzzing, floor cold as sin. Ropey burn knuckles, breath thin as a string. Nobody's coming, no crowd, no cheer. I tape up my doubt and lace up my fear from nothing but grit. Build what I need. The bill won't save me. I'll teach my heart to lead. Stairs after midnight, city asleep. Name in the chalk where the promises keep. No patron saint, no rescuing hand. I sign for my fate, learn how to stand. It's me against me. The mirror is lost. I turn every scar into iron I wear. Morning runs bleeding, the smoke from my lungs. Counting in fours till the metronome hums. Bottle stays closed, the notebooks grow pounds. I measure my change by breath and by rounds. I change by the mile, by the breath, by the round. The crown is a rumor, my work is the sound. Coach in my ear, heavy bag thunder. Footwork like rain, split fear asunder. Hands learn the line, head learns a slip. A future appears beneath every wreck. Hands like hammers, heart like a drum. I carve out a future they said wouldn't come. Canvas and rope, ring lights that burn. Mother's name stitched where the gloves return. Breath like a tide, eyes on the bell. I'm not chasing crowns, I'm riding the tail. I don't chase the crown, I rise to the bell. If fate wants a story, I'll give it one to tell. Dawn on the sky and steel in my hands. Belt on my waist, weight I can stand. Kids on the curb, learn how a spark grows. I carry their names wherever I go, from cellar to stars. I carry us higher. I came here a spark, now I'm leaving a fire. Rooftop at sunrise, the city still hums. Pockets once empty, now steady with sums. Key in the door that once turned me away. Rain on the pavement of a debt-free day. I live in the light, I build with my hands. Cloud nine under boots, not borrow but plan. Nights on the concrete, breath making steam. Bus bench at chapel where I learned to dream. Cardboard for blankets, coins for a meal. I guarded a flame no wind could steal. I carry that flame in rooms trimmed with gold. Warm for the lost, the lantern I hold.
Box from my desk in the rain by the gate. Knuckles went white, but my spine didn't break. Phone never rang, so the sweat kept time. Hammered the rhythm and started to climb. They cut me loose, I learned to fly. The fall taught my wings how to try. Names carved in marble, roses gone brown. Rings on a nightstand I don't carry now. Love left like a train in the fog of July. I blessed her departure and lifted my eyes. I don't curse the dark, I honor the past. The pain made a space where the light could last. Bills paid in full, pantry is warm. Oxblood shoes and a coat built for storms. Neighbors who know me nod as I pass. I tip the doorman and the ghost in the glass. I'm smiling soft, not loud or grand. Peace in my pocket, years in my hands. Cloud nine is quiet, it's built not ball. Steps made of setbacks, mortar from floor. I leave the gate open with a note by the rail. Climb if you're hurt and your story won't fail. I'll hold the rope while you rise through the night. We make it together, then share the light. Whistle at 4, stars melt tonight. Tin pail rattles, boots swallow the mire. Crown block whining, bit bites the black. Crude on my cuffs and grit up my back. I trade dawns for a drill that won't last. What's a life worth when time won't return? Door clicks at midnight, lamp burning low. Two little shoes I barely outgrow. Her eyes count birthdays, I work through the rain. A payslip of paper, a household of pain. I hold them in pictures, more than my arms. All on my hands, can't buy back the harm. Sweet gas whisper, we dare not ignore. Lanterns go dark, while lungs lock the door. Chain snaps once in history, writes names, calls punch like thunder, that tastes like flame. Years off my lungs for dollars and dust. This rig takes our breath and calls it trust. Foreman counts barrels, I'm counting bones. Doctor's receipt, where my wages should go. Script at the store with prices that buy. I rent out my spine for the company's night. If crude buys palaces, where is my share? My ledger says empty, my shoulders say spare. Clock with no numbers, only the spin. Nights like a tunnel, that never lets in. I weigh out my hours in tendon and skin. Price me a father, I might be again. What is a life? A rib, a kiss worth. Not this thin stack for a man and his earth. A spark in the dark, idea and steel. Fix what I know, but turn my own wheel. Sell off the script, buy tools in a room. Teach my boys sockets, my girl how to tune. I'll bring the light home, leave the flares behind. A better way to feed them and keep my life.
Back street before dawn, shoes full of rain. A clock with no numbers keeps teaching my lane. A key ring, a nose taps time on my thigh. I turn one more corner instead of asking why. I keep showing up till the lock learns my name. Step off the step till the step becomes flame. Door said try later, 4 winters in a row. I hammered my form where the street lights glow. Kept every failure like thread on a spool. Braided them tight till the rope made a rule. The fifth knock lands, hinges confess. I walk through calm, not loud, not present. Match to a wig, wig to a cold. Cold to a furnace to temper my soul. Minutes like bricks, stacked clean and square. I build me a house with disciplined care. I don't wait for lightning, I grind the steel. Slow fire winds, the shape turns real. Rain drills the roof, I drill my pace. Metronome heartbeat steady in place. Count to 8, breathe to 4. Add 1 quiet mile, then add 1 more. 1 more rep, another step. Tomorrow pays what today has kept. River through stone is the lesson I keep. Grooves in my knuckles where promises sleep. Years make a ladder no storm can destroy. I climb by the work, not the noise of joy. I go and I go till the heart turns kind. The rock remembers my disciplined mind. Landing in the window, I promise to lie. Built from the nose, I survived every night. If someone is lost where the alleys are black, I tie off my line and pull someone back. I held on long enough for the dawn to agree. Persistence made a road, and the road made me.
choirs the boys never had, counting our ghosts by the light of a smoke. Voyage my face and empty my core. If heaven keeps score, let heaven keep score. Kettle hits like a muzzle at night. Backfires turn bones to a fist looking for fight. Stitches like rail lines crossing my skin. Mirror keeps asking, who did you win? I learned that a crown made of shame will bleed. I needed a life, not the headline speed. And still, Mom's little prayers were the last thing to feel. Two mates on a mural, more names in the ground. Silence so heavy it swallowed the sound. I dreamed of a morning that opened a door. Yeah, heaven keeps score, let heaven keep score. In the sun, soup from a pawn shop, the past on the run. Phone book and payphone, I practiced the line. Sold my old habits and bought back my time. Cold calls to warm lives, each note taught me more. I traded the street for a ringing sales floor. Listened to pain till it turned into need. Mapped every ass to a service, not greed. Close like a heartbeat, steady and clean. Numbers like skylines I'd never seen. I built me a ladder from every closed door. Commission by commission, I started to soar. I started to soar. Yeah, now the books balance, the ink finally right. I hire the lads who once ran in the night. Scholarship shelters, a fun for the block. Ring on my finger, no hand on a Glock. From alleys to ledges, I'm opening doors. I made me a life, I'm making it yours. .313 burning, red digits like wounds, neon through blinds, carving letters of gloom. Something sits heavy at the edge of my bed, feeds me the replays of live in my head. Insomnia, name on a chair in my room. I breathe like a drum till you lose your tune. Counting the cracks while the boiler pipe sighs. Streetcar hush passing, a heartbeat replies. Checking the logs, empty mug in my hand. Whispering bargains, the dog understands. You can haunt these walls, but you won't keep me. My breath draws a line in my spine. Stay sweet. Thick as tar, eyes full of sand. Names slipped at labels, pens dropped from my hand. Missed the first train, spoke smoke instead words. Carrying midnight through meetings like birds. I carry noon with midnight's weight. I keep the pace, I won't be late. Are you okay? On a note by the bread, text left unread, promises unsaid. I am fine, but the lie is a chain. One bed, one heart, and I'm failing the lane. I owed and rest like I owed before. One life, one love, one bed to restore. Kill all the blue light, write storms on a page. Curtains go black out, clock set like rails. 4 in 04, 4 out then again. Sun on my eyelids to anchor the brain. Rituals rails, I ride them home. The demon grows small and the rules are my own. Window ajar, rain combs the street. Room learns to hush as my pulse learns to beat. Sleep isn't conquered, it comes like a friend. If night wakes me later, I'll meet it again. Tonight I sleep and the dark sleeps too. Morning arrives and it arrives true. Kettle sings faint while the street lights yawn. Boots find the pavement an hour before dawn. Notebook of muds, pockets of change. Breath makes a cloud as I set my range. Rise and grind, I pay in sweat, the day pays me back. Brick after brick till the night can't take that. Punching at 6, lunch on the run. Phone to my ear till the daylight is done. Try me tomorrow, they said yesterday. I sharpen my nose till they carve me away. I give the hours shape, they give me a road. Rise and grind, each step turns weight into gold. List like rails and a metronome heart. when there doesn't, small honest start. Hands stay steady when outcomes don't show. Craft is the compass when luck says no. Discipline is quiet, the world gets loud. Rise and grind, I move stone through cloud. Rent paid early, fridge humming full. Shoes for the kids and a coat made of wool. Mom rings to laugh at a bill that was due. I frame every receipt like a skyline view. Receipt sings soft, the ledger turns black. Rise and grind, the day pays me back. Keys to a door with my name in the glass. Dinner for friends I once watched walking past. Bringing a box and a table of light. A life that I built out of hours at night. From pavement to plate, from scrape to stack. Rise and grind, what I lost I get back. Hiring a kid who reminds me of rain. Teaching the calls till they carve out a lane. Ladder stays down, I keep it in view. We rise by the ones we can tether to too. We rise and grind together, widen the track. The future leans forward, we don't look back. That mud on my boots, lying by the door, thunder and bone, names on the floor. I walk like a dead-eye, promise to pay. Rain in my coat, smoke in my safe. If heaven keeps score, if heaven keeps score. I'm cutting a line, and I can't ignore. Keys on a ring, ledger of scars, paper and powder, whispers and bars. Cold metal truths, warm little lies. I trade what I must to keep us alive. Let heaven keep score, let heaven keep score. I'll pay with the truth, and that's nothing more. Iron and velvet, quietly warm. Knife in a pocket, suit that was torn. Love like a rumor, hands that won't shake. Power is silence, I choose not to break. Yeah, let heaven keep score, let heaven keep score. I carry the weight I was fighting before. Eyes in the window, chalk on the wheel. Footsteps too careful to feel. Rooms full of trophies, nothing to trust. Kingdom shine brightest before their dust. Under glass we glitter then grin. Toast to the prize and swallow the sin. Brother says say it, pistol and pride. I see your eyes and let mercy decide. Blood rides in silence where daylight begins. Truth is the tide that cleanses our sin. The heaven keeps score. The heaven keeps score. We pay with the truth, nothing more. Ashes at dawn, harbor of light. Paper turned clean, end of the fight. Names we can keep, shadows we pass. Bread on the table, peace built to last. Harbor evermore, open the door. May heaven keep score. May heaven keep score.